All right, good Saturday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Byron Douglas. Hope everyone's having a great day. We do have an alert day on the board. No active storms out there. I'll take this full in a moment. Have my phone up and hope everybody can hear okay. Looks like the audio is working all right. And so, as I mentioned, we do have that flood watch. Once we conclude with the flood watch through tonight, I'm going to grab this, take this full for a moment. I think we're going to have a nice break with respect to alert days. We've had a bunch of them, but we do have that damaging wind threat and a spin-up tornado risk. And we've also heard from the Storm Prediction Center, so we'll check in with these folks in a moment. And again, good afternoon to you, Connie. If you guys have had any rain reports from this morning, last 24 hours or over the last couple days, I'd appreciate it. Corey, thanks for tuning in. So we'll go back, we can revisit some of this. We'll have more coming up on our 14 First Alert weather app and then coming up at 6 and 10. So as I mentioned, hope everyone's having a nice afternoon out there. All right, let's push this forward. We'll check in with the Storm Prediction Center. They updated here just prior to lunch. They shifted the level 2 scattered severe thunderstorm threat, pushed it a little farther south of Evansville, but we're still in a risk zone for severe thunderstorms, not a large volume. Again, just a reminder, it doesn't break down the potential severity of any storms, it's just the volume. So we're not looking at a big outbreak, but isolated, scattered to severe thunderstorms. Dixon down through Madisonville, Central City, those areas there in yellow, we could see a larger volume. And I think those are the best dynamics, kind of hovering along the Kentucky-Tennessee border. So all threats there are available. We'll break down the flooding threat in a moment. A damaging wind threat. Hail is not a concern. We have a lot of warm air aloft, but that spin-up tornado threat generally covers chunks there, all of western Kentucky, and then areas there south of Interstate 64 within that. So as I mentioned, the best dynamics kind of a little farther to our south, but it's not a zero threat by any stretch. And the Storm Prediction Center didn't do a whole lot. I'm going to grab this full here with the tornado risk map. We'll get this pretty much area-wide. Now, again, out over the next few hours, I don't anticipate much here in the way of severe weather. We'll see how it plays out, get some outflow boundaries going, but there's a look at the map. Covers Evansville, Henderson, Owensboro, and down into Morganfield. That's why these alert days are in place. Joyce, hope everyone's doing well. Sari, Jason, good afternoon. And here's a look at the potential. It's a level 2 out of 4. Flooding threat, generally late this afternoon and tonight. Those level 3 threats were taken off the board. They were out to our west out there in Missouri. So we do have that potential for flash flooding. Tomorrow it eases. I think it's the best dynamics will be those typical July afternoon thunderstorms, but generally it's a level 1 threat. And based on what I'm looking at, because we haven't had a lot of rainfall officially at the airport, the past few days, I don't anticipate them extending the flood watch over into Sunday. We had some questions on this. What about severe storms? Well, areas here in brown general means isolated gusty thunderstorms. We're at risk for any severe weather for your Sunday, and pretty much will be the same for Monday. So we'll do a little nowcasting here on Doppler radar. So as we widen things out, northern Edwards County, get up north there at West Salem and west there of Lancaster, a little storm trying to organize. No lightning on that. And no lightning on that shower north there of Sturgis. You get over to Henshaw, to Coven and those areas. And then north there at Petersburg on I-69 if you're headed north of the White River. Little shower there in progress. We'll just do a wide view here. Up in Clay County, no shower or a storm going. In Lawrenceville, I picked this out just before I came on. I don't think we're seeing any pea marble size hail, but get up towards West Salem, kind of these air mass thunderstorms trying to organize. So here's a wide view. The warnings right now, the severe thunderstorm warnings have been down through western Tennessee, and then lightning south of Nashville. So that's where the lightning is. We've had no lightning across the viewing area here in the last few hours, and then up north and west there, kind of along I-70 and I-74, north there of I-70. So you can see these warnings kind of line up from Region 8, Jonesville, Arkansas, into western Tennessee. Look at all that lightning. Of course, this is the prime of our lightning season. So if you're out, got a picnic going on, whatever you're doing, you're just kind of dodging around a few showers. So again, once we get caught up, we'll have another push alert on our app. And these showers and storms with the upper level winds are running from the northwest to the south and east. But just a reminder, some showers will organize right over us. And we have very humid environment out there, extensive cloud cover. It's been a cloudy July. 81 Evansville, 86 in Greenville. A little more energy to work with to our south. And on the muggy meter, the dew point last check was at, well, it's up to 72 now. So it is humid out there at this time frame. And the heat index forecast, that's not been a factor, and I don't think it's going to be a big factor as we go into next week. All right, let's take a look at the timeline. I loaded up the HRRR model, which is a very good short-term model. Not everything in the models will be correct, and these outflow boundaries sometimes aren't handled too well. So we're going to have a little business in here 5, 6 o'clock tonight. There'll be slow-moving thunderstorms where not everybody's going to see rain, but you can see a fast 1 inch of rain from these slow-moving thunderstorms. And then as we go into Sunday, relatively quiet during that time frame. Here's the graph. It's a little more aggressive, bringing in a line of showers and storms. We'll see how that plays out. So that would verify. Can't rule out a few severe thunderstorm warnings during that time frame. Worst case, perhaps a radar-indicated tornado warning or two. And then as we go to the pre-dawn hours, showing some showers in early, along with some rain on Sunday, and then Sunday afternoon showing some showers and storms across the area. So about even chances as we go into Sunday, but not an all-day rain. And then we're going to transition into, and I'm going to make some adjustments to the 7-day. I'm still going through how we're going to put the forecasting package together, but so you have a 40% chance, but I think the probability will be a little higher tonight. So I fast forwarded over to Sunday. I'll take that full and step out of the way, and then I'll get back and I'll show you the top of the page again, and we'll take a look at the flood watch overall. Dan, hello, good afternoon. Jeff, 1 inch in Jeff Miller out there in Sava, Western Posey County. Out here, just was out there a few months ago, just west of Farmersville, north and west of Mount Vernon. All right, Todd, my good friend here, has been here for over 30 years at 14 WFIE, does a nice job with our marketing. A shout out to you. Jennifer, all right, thank you. We love doing the updates. I know Jeff and Arden are really good about setting this up. I was all thumbs in here, so we got on here at 2:30, and we'll have more on our app. There still is that potential. I'm going to go see if I can load up and see if there's been any changes to the flood watch, which I forgot to do. So I'll let you look at the 7-day, and I'll queue up a few more maps, and then we'll get back over to Doppler. We have a few folks on, so I'm not going to belabor everything here because we don't have a lot of active storms on the board. So I'll just go back and let these maps re-queue, and I'll go back to Doppler radar. I'll just take a few things out with respect. We'll take a look at our threat markers again, and then we'll go back to Doppler radar. Again, we have that flood watch, which we'll go through tonight. Don't see that getting extended into Sunday, but we always thank our friends there at the National Weather Service that, a lot of those big rains stayed to our south and west. All right, we'll bring it back. There's a look at the alert day. I'm going to go back to Doppler radar here for a second. So we do have that spin-up tornado threat. I thought they would have pushed it a little. I still think if we catch a radar-indicated tornado warning, be our southern tiered counties, but they can occur anywhere. And so I've been wrong. If I had to pin a location, it'd be along. So that brings Madisonville, Central City, Greenville. That's the best dynamics. But even right now, most of the lightning is to the south of you guys. And the atmosphere was worked over with a little rain here early this morning. But if we see a little breakout sunshine, that would be the pin for some showers and storms. And we do have, I'll take this full so I'm not eclipsing anything, a level 2 flooding threat, which does not come from the Storm Prediction Center, but we have the damaging wind and that spin-up tornado threat. I have one more map on that. We'll go back to Doppler radar. So again, these are clusters, northern Edwards County. We're showing a little Peter marble-sized hail aloft north there of Petersburg. Got a pretty nice ice cream place there in Petersburg, so I'm always thinking of that. And so that's pretty much what we have here on the board. We'll make one additional stop here on Doppler radar. Again, not seeing any, I haven't gone in to see how tall that storm is, but here's just a wide view. If you're planning a picnic or things like that. We have family over for today for my father-in-law's birthday party. Try to get by there on my dinner hour. So we're going to be grilling out later. But anyway, all the warnings are down through western stretches of Tennessee. So we have no active warnings, no lightning on the board right now. So I'll just take that full, see a few more comments. What I will do is I'll leave the Doppler radar up here for a few minutes, because when I talk with folks, show that Doppler radar. So if you're obviously away from the TV and you have us on our app or any of our platforms out there, you can pick that up. So we do appreciate it. Hey, my good friend Matt Allen over in Owensboro. I owe you a visit over there. He's an up-and-coming forecaster. He streams, does a nice job. Ryan, Misty, Corey, Judy. And then I'll be back. I think we go on as scheduled at 6, and I'll be back here at 9 o'clock. 8:10, Nathan over in Calhoun. Appreciate it. McLean County Fair tonight. Yeah, I think there will. Yeah, that time frame from 5 to 8. Be more concerned about 7 to 8, but there's nothing out there in front of you for the next hour or two. But we'll see how that plays out. But again, if you're out to county fairs, of course they had Aaron Tippin last night up at the Gibson County Fair. Those are in progress. You always want to have an indoor plan. So that's the latest. We're at 2:41 on Saturday, July 11th. We'll have more soon. We'll have more coming up at 6 and 10, and then our stream here at 9. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. We'll talk to you soon.